Welcome back to Dead Good Book Reviews and to a brand new reading vlog here on the channel. I'm Judith and I'm going to take you through everything I'm going to read this week. We're on reading vlog number 8 weeks into the year. Madness. If you watched last week's vlog, you will know I have been in something of a reading slump. I usually expect this for February. Thinking back on it, we've had a number of years where February has just not been a good reading month. And I was chatting to my mum about this yesterday, and her theory is that it's because half term is usually in February. So over the many years of being in school, I've conditioned myself to believe I deserve a holiday halfway through February. I don't know if that's the case, but hey, it makes sense. I am trying to come in with a bit more energy this week. I've put on not one, but 2 types of earrings, and I'm feeling the power. I'm just going to try and channel some goodness into my week because I have lots I want to read. So let me take you through what I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading Fool's Assassin by Robin Hobb. I'm listening to the audiobook for that, and I think I am probably about halfway through, maybe a quarter of the way. I can't remember, honestly. Very much enjoying it. Some things have happened that have made me less than happy, but I was kind of expecting that. It's Robin Hobb. I am gradually working my way through that. But as ever, I don't have a lot of time where audiobooks work for me at the moment, so that's slow going, but good going. I am still around about 20 pages into Animorphs 16, so I do want to finish that this week. I am also 150 pages through The Monster, Baru Cormorant by Seth Dickinson. I am very much enjoying this so far. Makes a lot more sense when you read it closer to reading the first one. Good stuff. I would like to finish that this week, but I'm not going to put pressure on that one because I just feel like that might not go well. Reading for this week, I would also like to finish Animorphs 17, or at least have started it by the end of the week. And then I have Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere, and I have P.M. Freestone's Shadow Scent. Now this one, I do actually have the sequel on my TBR, so if I finish this, I might pick that up as well. But that is already way too ambitious for a February reading week. And honestly, the plan is to just catch up on everything in my book a day June challenge, so that everything will come aright and in the end of time or something. The other thing I really do want to pick up is Remote Control, because it's Angela over at Literature Science Alliance's book for the month, and I would like to read that, but the audiobook is going on to Scribd on the 20th, which is in 5 days, so I might pick that up as well. Can you tell my brain is a little bit everywhere, and I think trying to get it into some structure would be good. So at the moment, my kind of rule is I'm not going to force myself to read too much. I'm not going to sit and go like, you didn't finish a book today, you actual piece of rubbish. But I'm going to try and read 50 pages a day. That's my goal. That won't get me through all of this list, but it will be progress nonetheless. So that's the plan. I've slightly stolen the plan from Justine, so thank you, Justine. Anyway, on with the week. Much to be doing, much to be getting on with. I shall speak to you tomorrow. Hello, happy Tuesday, she says with confidence. Yeah, no, it is Tuesday. You'll see I've moved my rainbow flag because in an effort to inject some variety into my life, I've moved my desk. I had a storage unit and then a desk, and I have swapped them around. And so far it is working very well for making me feel like I'm in a different space, even though I have literally moved maybe 2 meters to the right. But yeah, it's feeling very good. So yeah, things are shaken up and life is good, and I've been doing some reading. So I finished Animorphs 16 yesterday, enjoyed it, had a pretty good time. Video will be in March. And then I am 11 chapters, 227 pages through Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere, and 202 pages through Monster Baru Cormorant. Neverwhere I am actually enjoying again. What I really enjoy about Neverwhere is I watched that TV series multiple times on the deepest television you can imagine that I used to have in my bedroom, and I know it so well. And the book was written after the TV show aired, so there are direct lift lines, and so there's quite a lot of bits where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when that happened, and oh yeah, that actress was really good, and yeah, it's good fun in that aspect. So I'm enjoying that. Baru Cormorant, I need to slow down because it's just got confusing again, and I'm going to not take any information if I read it too fast. So what's this? So that's fun. And that is about everything, I think. Shadow Scent I am saving for towards the end of the week, because then I can maybe go straight into the second one, Crown of Smoke. I'm trying to read a foiled spine from across the room. But yes, it is Crown of Smoke. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I think that's all you need to know. Move my desk, read some books. See you tomorrow. Hello, it is Wednesday and I have good news and I have bad news, neither of which are pertinent to you. I have the good news first. Let's start with that. My copy of The Gilded Ones came, which is very nice and very exciting, and it has lovely green sprayed edges, which I'm enjoying greatly. Excited to read that, potentially in March. My bad news is that, much like the laptop crisis of however many weeks ago, I have a phone crisis. It is either the phone or the charger, and I do not know which, and one will cost me £5 to fix, and one might cost me £300 to fix, so fingers crossed for the £5 fix. Other than that, reading updates. I finished Neverwhere. I can't remember if I've talked about that already. I don't think I have. I did definitely enjoy it. I still don't think Neil Gaiman writes female characters very well. I don't think he writes women very well. I don't think he writes them particularly realistically, which is annoying, but also, you know, something that many male writers are a bit guilty of. So there's that. I finished that. Good and done. I am 250 or so pages through Monster, and that's still sort of just happening. It's quite a slow paced thing in terms of things happening, so I don't have much like, oh, I'm at this bit, this thing is at, it's just not where I'm at with it at the moment, but I am enjoying it. And that's all the reading I've done, because yesterday I was totally exhausted and fell back into theme of the month, Assassin's Creed. All right, enough whinging, enough moping, enough whining. I must get back to work. I think I'm going to do a bit of reading this evening, but not very much. So we'll see what I have to report come tomorrow. Hi, hello, happy Friday. I missed yesterday. You didn't miss much. I have got a book post update and some reading updates to go through. So let's start with the book post, because I've had a fair bit over the last few days. Galaxy and the Grand Within came out. My review is up. If you want to go and give that some love, I would very much appreciate it. It's spoiler free. It's a good time. But yes, very beautiful. These are just my favourite colours. It's beautiful. I'm so excited to reread it. And it looks very happy on my shelf. And there's something about having two hardbacks. It just works well. Did I say that weird? Paperbacks. And then the rest of my Portal Books order came through. I'm not sure why it was in 2 shipments, but, you know, not complaining. I have a copy of The House in the Cerulean Sea, finally. Very, very excited to read this one. This is just meant to be very comforting and lovely, so I think I'm going to save that for when I'm having a really bad day. And also, this I picked up on a bit of a whim. This is called Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson, and it is a lyrical and dreamy reimagining of Dracula's Brides. I may be wondering if this will be what I wanted. Oh, what's it called? That Kieran Millwood Hargrave book. The Deathless Girls? Is that the one? But yeah, I'm wondering if maybe that will be what this is. Someone having to choose between her own freedom and her love for her husband. So yeah, I'm quite interested in that. But as I say, that was totally just I was randomly scanning their website and I was like, meh, I could buy this as well. And last, my review copy of A Desolation Called Peace by Arcady Martin came in. I have obviously already read this. There is a vlog up. It's probably across 2 vlogs. Anyway, I have already read this, but it's lovely to have a physical copy so I can reread it and so I can film my review, which will be coming very soon because I want to get that out before pub date. So, all good, all good. And then in terms of reading, I am 250 pages through Shadow Scent, The Darkest Bloom, and it's got to a point now where I think I am enjoying it. I really like elements of the world building, and anytime all of this whole scent stuff comes up, I really like it. But the majority of the time I'm like, I don't care about these characters that much. Their interests don't necessarily interest me. And I'm wondering if actually having the second book on deck to read afterwards is going to help with that, because I'll be able to go straight into a bit more development than what we get in book 1. Maybe. I also think it's just a little bit too short chapters, so it's broadly speaking alternating between perspectives in quite a classic YA way, but they are very, very quick. Like sometimes a chapter will be just like, you turn over the page, oh, the chapter is done, which isn't my favourite thing. I'd like to be able to sit in someone's perspective for a bit longer, so we shall see. And Monster Barry Cormorant, I think I have another, probably about a third of the book to go, just over a third. but that is still very slow going. I don't know if I'm going to continue that into next week. We are doing a little Bookaneers-a-thon. I will link the relevant people below. I kind of a bit stuck in like a things need editing, things need filming, also need to read, also need to write the reviews kind of stage at the moment. I think I just need a good day of running at things and going, right, let's just tick everything off the list, which I'm hoping tomorrow will be. I'm not going to do what I typically do and go, okay, these are all things that need to be done before I start the vlog tomorrow, so I end up reading until like 11:55 and being like, okay, the vlog needs to finish now. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, if I don't read any more the rest of today, then the update tomorrow will be very short, and that's absolutely fine because I just need to get in the habit of having Saturdays be a bit more productive. And that's fine. What is beginning to slightly concern me is the length of my physical TBR. And I knew this was going to happen because I had a lot of rereads in February and not much space for anything else. And Overbooked is just a series that takes a lot of rereading. All of the things on my TBR I am excited to read. So when I do get to them, it's going to be really good. And I can always fall back on my Book a Day in June challenge, which almost always knocks back a good chunk of my TBR. So here's to that in a few months. Right, I must get back to work and definitely not eat this entire packet of sour strawberries. Maybe. Hello, it is Saturday. It's first thing in the morning. Unlike usual, I have done what I said I was going to do, and I have not spent most of this morning reading. I don't know if that's a good thing or not for a reading vlog. It's by the by. Today is a busy day. Today is going to be a productive day, and I'm excited about it. I'm going to film through my backlog. These are all books that I have scripted videos for that I have not yet filmed. My aim is to get this pile down by the end of the day. I think I can do it. It's not nice lighting, it's not nice weather, but it's going to be done, and that's really what's important because I cannot deal with this backlog any longer. I have read a bit more of The Monster. I am now 360 pages through, and I think I can finish this today in between other bits and bobs, so that'll be good. I think I'm gonna save thoughts on this until next week's vlog. So overall, I am still a big fan of this series. I don't think it's my favourite series of all time, but I'm really excited to read the third one, and I'm trying to decide whether to buy a Kindle version to tide me over until the paperback is out, or just wait till the paperback is out. It's what's the word I'm looking for? I'm on the fence about it at the moment. That's where I'm at. But I did finish, I don't know where I've put it, but I did finish Shadow Sent the Darkest Bloom. I'm still kind of in a place of I'm not really sure what to think of it yet. I like the world building, I like the magic, I like the skill that the book is focused on, because I think YA often takes a skill like tailoring, sword fighting, archery, that kind of thing. And in this case it's sense, and I like that. I think I am going to hold off until I've read the second one, which Crown of Smoke, to think about that in much more detail, because I have a feeling it will be one that will either be absolutely wonderful in the second book, or will be like, okay, yeah, no, cool, this was not a series that I need to read again. I remember really loving it the first time I read it though, so I don't know if that was because I read it all in one go, or what. I have to go back and look at my old review and see what I thought. So I've got to finish Monster. I want to try and do kind of half of Animorphs 17 over the weekend if I can. I might leave that till tomorrow, and maybe pick up the next Shadow Sent. That will hopefully be what I'm up to while I'm not vlogging. But as I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos to film, and maybe 8 if you include next month's TBR. So maybe not. I'm going to be fueled by inordinate quantities of coffee and sugar. It's all going to be fine. I have had a much more productive week than I had last week though. I feel like I'm starting to come out of that funk, which is really good. I think it's partly going to be just getting out of this having a lot on the back burner, which is never good for me because then I just stress about how much I have to do and don't do anything. That's how that works. Again. So I'm going to edit this clip into the last of the vlog and get that exporting and get on with my day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this reading week. I hope that you have been reading some good things, or having a good rest, or working hard, or whatever it is you wanted to do with your week. Let me know what you've been up to in the comments below. I always love getting your comments. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, you can subscribe. You can follow me on all of my social media. All of the links to all of the things are in the description. That's all from me, and I will see you in the next one. It's gonna be some bloopers now. When you've just washed your hair and it doesn't want to cooperate, stick it in a bun. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.